SINE. Think of a library full of books, books on all kinds of subjects. At one end of the library is a librarian, carefully placing returned books back on their correct shelves and in their proper alphabetical order so that they're easy to find. At the other end of the library, a young curious child is running around the library, picking up books on all kinds of subjects and putting them all on the floor in a big mess. He flicks between books quickly, looking for interesting bits. The librarian is similar to SI. It's about building a careful library of information and keeping each piece of that information in its proper place. The information on planets looks interesting next to the information on music? Stop messing around and put them back. The child making a mess is similar to NE. It's about looking through the big library of information and finding interesting connections between things. Nobody's noticed that this bit of information on hippos is similar to this piece of information on nuclear power? Seriously. But it's awesome. And speaking of awesome, here's another thing. To put it in a different way, SI is focused on retaining the information in the same form that it had when it was experienced. By itself, it isn't about looking for connections or new possibilities outside of what's already known. It takes in the information, studies it intensely, and then fits it into its internal library. In spite of the metaphor, this need not be book knowledge, but also impressions that these people have experienced, like how to make the perfect cup of tea, what their grandpa's house smelled like when they were little, and so on. Whether these impressions are absolutely realistic or not is not what's important here. It's that they have a really deep effect on the SI type. NE, on the other hand, is focused on changing the information it gathers into something new. It has a little interest in sticking to what's already known. Boring. Instead, it's constantly looking for interesting connections and surprising new ideas. What would be the most amazing pet to have? Well, it would have to have the head of a tiger. No, the head of an owl. No, a tiger with the head of an owl. What if an asteroid were heading towards the Earth right now? What would everyone do? And what would be the most interesting pet to have if one were on that asteroid? They are, in short, crazy people, like race cars with no brakes. All NP and SJ types have this axis as an element of their psyches. While ISJs and ENPs are at the most extreme ends of this axis, one can still see the interplay, even with them. SI types often take pains to have a plan in place in case of unexpected and surprising things that may happen, such as the water pipes bursting or the stock market crashing. And NE types tend to unwittingly throw a lot of references around to where the information was first encountered, even when mixing and matching off the bat.